Alright guys, so here she is in her glory of me getting this car running as a very cheap drift car. But we're going to soon change the most on this car. With confusion to be added, I'm gonna take this thing on one last drive real quick. Alright ladies and gentlemen, we got some fuel in her. Let's go ahead and take it on a drive. Drive this thing without holding the camera for the first time in a really long time. All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, the V6 engine is going away, and that's because we're gonna bring something back that a lot of y'all wanted to see, but I wasn't able to make it happen on a different car. But I think the car deserves an LS a little bit more than Yeet does. Let's go ahead and pull it out. So the budget drift car is finished, and we can take this car to the track exactly how it is and probably have a lot of fun. But this is Poeboys, and we decided that it's probably best, with 12 days to go after the posting of this video, we're gonna put a 5.3 LS engine inside of this car, and we're also gonna put a T56 behind it, and we're gonna have the most amount of fun we possibly can while stressing ourselves out the most. So enjoy the process of that. Subscribe if you want to see some more of these videos, because there'll be a lot more. So I'm gonna go ahead and get the front end of this thing off. So go ahead and start that. Front valence right here, I'm gonna pull that off as well. Ow, that really hurt, damn it. I'm about to have a black eye. On the steel socket just fell on my eye. Oh, that hurt. Alright guys, so I went ahead and got the stock camber out of this car, so this thing pretty much has nothing to it. This is the stock rack, and I'm going to be taking this and degreasing it real fast. So let's go ahead and start getting this degreased. Alright guys, so here's the steering rack right here. After we degreased it, we went ahead and did a few things. You still down to give breakfast? So we hear people honking outside of our shop. What's up, little buddy? Hey, buddy. Hi. Oh, you cold doggo. Probably give your owners a call. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and give the owners a call right here. They got their stuff on the tag. Hey, buddy. He was on the road, and the cars that were honking must have been cars that were honking because of him. These are Scotty D Racing A-arms, and these are going to help us get the most amount of angle that we can possibly get out of the car. When installing the Scotty D Quick Angle Kit, what you're going to need to do is use your stock spindles, take off the brake shields, and drill out your tie rod end hole. That's going to require a drill bit, which you're going to have to get from the store, and get a really nice one that is required for metal. Otherwise, you're going to have a lot of issues. So let's get these parts out of the way. As you can see, everything is made out of Heim joints, and everything is really nice quality, and you're going to have to use your stock spindles, like I said. You have to drill out those holes, and once you have all that stuff done, you are ready to go. I'm installing the Quick Angle Kit and putting it together, installing the Ackerman plates, and I found out that if you install them, you're gonna have to cut off one of the ears for the brake shield, but you're gonna have to keep the other one on the right side because that's for your steering stop. So now I have everything cut and installed, which is pretty simple. Everything's just some small bolts. Everything is nice quality. The milled parts are really clean, and the A-arms are nice and hammered. So everything is extremely good quality, and I can't wait to use it. And this really does make your steering angle a lot better. Alright guys, so a few days have passed. We're actually about to go through another hurricane. So that's gonna be pretty fresh, honestly. So me and Tanner are just chilling at the shop working on the drift car. I gotta say a lot of things. So while I'm taking off most of the stuff for the engine bay, just cleaning it up, I'm gonna paint it. I did wanna say some things while I was getting ready to paint it. This car is, yes, getting LS swapped. And yes, we're going to have it ready by the 28th of this month in order to take to Alabama to get wrapped. By Rail, Jared, and also a special someone that's going to be helping out with the whole wrap on the car. They're going to be airbrushing the entire car in a few days and doing a whole lot of stuff, making this thing transform into something it looks nothing like. If you look at this car, obviously we all know that was Yeet, a red car with some silver spray paint on it, and that car looks beautiful on a wrap after a year. Obviously I haven't driven around much, but I have taken it apart a bunch and rubbed against it. Literally, it's just a great product, which is why I'm actually going ahead and doing it on the drift car. And there's going to be a lot of really cool stuff. But that's why we're getting the car ready. We're gonna go ahead and get the engine bay torn down just a little bit, cleaned up, and then we're gonna go ahead and paint it. I don't really know the best way to get these battery trays out, except for breaking them. Alright guys, so we have the car painted on the engine bay. It's all silver in the engine bay now, so it looks really good down here, and it also looks good up under the fender wells where everything is also silver. And there's a ton of wires and stuff in here. You see right there where we cut out the fender right there. We're gonna go to the other side, and I painted a little bit of the other side. All of under the car was like this weird color, so I just went ahead and made it all silver, and it looks a lot better up under here. But if you can see, we need to take this piece right here, cut that out right there, cut that out right there, cut across, and then I can take this whole piece, fold it across. It's really hard to explain, but you'll be able to see what's going on. Alright, so now that we've done those things, we can take the steering rack and put it in its position where it's going to go eventually. We have these guys in right here, so those are the bushings. We have the Max Speeding Rods Camber Castor plates right here, which is also another part of the Max Speeding Rods Coilovers that they sent us, which is a new set of coilovers for the drift car, which is going to do us pretty solid. I had another set on Yeet, and they did perfectly fine for Yeet, so I'm putting a set on the drift car because coilovers actually work pretty solid. So one thing about Max Speeding Rods Coilovers is that they're adjustable, and you really can change almost anything on them. You can lift them up, you can change the ride height, you can change dampening. Everything here is adjustable. Even the top plate has a bearing in here. The last version of this shock didn't actually have that. So this coilover's actually been upgraded from the last time that I got some from Yeet. So they put some effort into their stuff, and they also actually upgrade their stuff as well to make it better. One thing that I thought was really cool. So I'm going to be using these Camber Castor plates. We need to use those with the Scotty D arms, and I'm also going to be putting on that front strut right there, which the other side's already together. We're going to go ahead and throw this one together real quick. All right, so for Camber Castor plates, back the plate up, put a spacer on each stud. Now we have Camber Castor plates installed on both sides, 2, 3, and for this fourth hole, most people usually just take what their setting is, what they want it to be, and lock at, and then drill the hole and then put it in right there. So I'm gonna wait until this car gets aligned to a spec that I actually like, and then I'm gonna go ahead and drill that fourth hole and get it tied down in there. So we have the Camber Castor plate in now. If you wanna know what that means, basically you're taking the top of the shock and you can adjust your camber by moving it forward. That'll adjust your camber back and forth, and then Castor is, which is this little setting, and that adjusts your Castor, which, like I said before, that's over my level. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna set it pretty much close to 0 as I can, tighten everything down. Now we can go ahead and put the shock on the bottom side for this other front side. It'd be pretty easy. So setting up the coilover is pretty simple. Just pretty much lower everything down. This plate right here, the main thing is sitting on the bottom side as far low as it can possibly go. Well, we have to put these pieces right here, which are the adapters for the top piece. We're gonna put those on right now and see if we have clearance. Oh yeah, all the clearance in the world. So, is it like close?
I got you. Hey, brothers. Were you trying to get it on here?
Yeah.
You put it on here. I was like, all right.
Dope. So now that part's on. And now we go back to the shock and we preload it, so that way whenever we set up our suspension, we are at 0. I'm taking all of the preload, or putting it into this thing, so now barely has a little bit of preload on there and there's no more shaking parts that can move around. We can basically set our preload to that. That is 0 preload on these shocks. Most likely we'll have to use a corner scale to triple check that. The way you set ride height on these guys is, since they attach to the spindle right here, which I'll have to lift up the A-arm, what you do is you literally just spin it. If you spin it out, it goes down, and if you spin it up, then it goes up, and that's how you adjust your ride height. These max speeding rods, coilovers, working together with these Scotty D angle kit is going to have us freaking dialed at this event that we're going to be going to here. Hopefully, this will be the first time I'm drifting at an actual event, and the first time I'm taking this car drifting ever. I've never slid this car once before, so it's going to be interesting to see. It's going to be fun. So now, the last part, we have to take our bump steer and set it up kinda. So put our heim joints in where they're supposed to go for the steering, put our heim joint holders in, and this bottom bolt. With that, we have a drift car with working steering. All right guys, so you can see that we've already cut 3 of these studs right here, and basically what's happening was the wheels were having contact points, so we cut those off. Super easy and simple to do. I don't recommend doing it, but if you happen to do it, I don't take any responsibility. What I do is take a lug nut, just run it down there, get it to about the point where I need it, make a cut, and I'm using some channel locks for a grip. If you see right here, we cut all these studs, which the studs are a little bit shorter. We made sure that the studs don't have any protrusion on the outside, and if you can see this rolling right here, none of those studs are above this, so we can go ahead and bolt a wheel right to this, and now we can see what a wheel looks like on this car. We have a whole new pack of lug nuts that come out of these little packages, and they're so satisfying to just pop them in and pop them out and put them in different places. I don't know why. Lug nuts are just satisfying whenever you buy them from like Amazon or something like that. That's where I bought these from. Put this wheel on to fit it for the first time to see what our car looks like. So the first time I've had a wheel spacer on this car. Oh my goodness, she finna be thick, boy. Got nice brand new lug nuts and slap them on there. It's always nice when you get new lug nuts because all the threads are nice. They don't have any scratches on them. They go on super nice and easy. New lug nuts are the best. Oh my. You see how far the tire's sticking out, bro?
Maybe a little bit, slightly.
Oh my! Oh, it looks great. It looks so freaking dope though. Oh my goodness. It looks so cool. I have to say. Oh, look at, let's see the steering angle of this thing. Boy, what? Holy crap.
Oh my dude.
We're legit talking drift angle, my dude.
This is from the front.
What? That is the Scotty D quick angle kit. So if you want to get one of those, hit up Scotty D Racing Development on Instagram, and we're gonna put these things to use here to track soon. So if y'all want to see how they work out on my car and how they work out for me, it looks amazing, it feels amazing, and amazing quality. If you want to get one, go ahead and hit up Scotty D. And if you want to have some angle on your car, that's the best, cheapest option I've been able to find that gets you going and has everything that you need in a whole kit. Bo, catch stuff. Bo is Sean's dog.
Good boy. Tortilla. Hey.
There you go.
Hey, lay down, lay down, lay down. Show off for the people. All right, jump, jump.
So we have this black Mustang GT hood right here, and if you can see, Ford installed this nice little scoop right here, but they didn't have any of the holes actually go through. So I have a drill bit, and I'm gonna be drilling all of these holes. Just setting it on there.
Hey, this bitch kind of looking mean.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, well, we have the car back together, and I must say, holy crap, this thing looks solid, don't it?
It does, it really does.
Oh my goodness.
I really like this bumper, man.
It's like $130-something rather dollars to get that bumper right there, which is a Terminator Cobra bumper, which everyone loves these on the Mustangs. Get the little bezels for $15 and get the fog lights for $30 on Amazon, and you're set with the Terminator bumper. But boy, Sean, do you mind turning the wheel real quick?
I don't think they're ready for this.
I don't know if I'm ready for it.
Whoa! That thing has got some angle, boy. Oh my God.
Facts. Yeah, check that out. That's really freaking cool. Oh my gosh, can you pop the hood? It's a little like, dang, it looks good in here too, Junior. If you look at it from this angle right here, it looks very solid. I cannot freaking wait to have everything like in here and the LS and all that stuff. But boy, wow, this car really does look good, I'll tell you that. At least the engine bay of it. A lot of progress has happened, and now we're about to do some rear end stuff, but that'll be the next video. So y'all definitely have to subscribe for that one. But boy, I'm just super freaking excited. We're gonna get the Terminator fog lights. I already have them. I'm just gonna go ahead and install them in the next video. Man, I'm happy with it. The wheels just stick out so much further and gives it so much more of an aggressive stance. It's just great. That is thick. That is wild. And that new steering wheel on there. Oof. And also, if you look inside of there, we still have some marks and stuff, but it's getting painted, so I'm not even worried about it. But they got holes in there, so now we have functioning hood scoop, so that's pretty cool. And then in the midst of it all, we've got some new meats for up front. We're gonna put some 245 40 R18 Federal 595 RS RRs, and they're known as the fire tires. Daniel's got these on his car, and we're gonna put them up front so we have some good traction, and most likely take these tires and put them on the back set of wheels, so that way we have a lot of burner tires. So we want some good treads up front because understeer is the worst thing on a Mustang. All right, guys, so with this in mind, that the car is almost put back together. The bumper's not actually on completely. We just have it on there for looks, and the hood's also not on completely because we're gonna have to be putting an engine inside of this thing. But this is the front end of the car, and I am so excited about the Max Speeding Rods coilovers along with the Scotty D angle kit, and those things together with also the QA1 K-member that we put on there. Yeah, there it is, that tubular K-member, which looks way better than the stock one. The stock one's right here, and it's just big and fat, where the tubular one, as you can see, is tubular, and there's just tubes, and it's a lot less weight, so there's a lot of room for Degum LS and a T56 in there. Within the next few videos, we're gonna be putting an LS into this car, and I wanna say one thing. It might happen to be Holly is gonna be installed in this car, but that's where I'm gonna leave that. We're gonna do a lot of cool stuff, and I'm super stoked to see where it's gonna go. So thank you very much for watching this episode, and please subscribe if you want to see some more, because this car is going through a big transformation this month. I can't wait for it to happen. So thank you very much for watching. Have a good one. Remember to freaking send it.
Deuces!
Be great.